war's over, but a soldier on, still battling the ghost. No, no, no. Oh. Still struggling to see the signs, too heavy for a heart like mine. Save me. All right, how about now? Do we have a sound check? Just want to check and see if we got it. Make sure we got sound here. All right, sound is on. All right, it's been a long time since we had an opportunity to talk. I got everybody texting me saying the sound is up, so that's good to go. But it's been a long time since we did an AMA. A lot has transpired during that time. Again, those of you who are new, my name is Crypto Secret X. Those of you who are joining on the X space, I want to thank you for joining me today. But today I want to talk to you about the memes. I want to talk to you about Ted Cash, I want to talk to you also about Looney, and I want to talk to you about Rodman. So I named those four. And then I want to talk to you about one more. All right. So before we get started, I just want to talk to you about some things that I have that has transpired of what I've seen that in understanding where I'm going. Uh, First of all, the first thing, the whole scope of this was to create meme coins that the people in my community will not get rubbed. And so uh SoundPump.fun did it, had huge wallets, found a site called Degen, and we did AMAs every night on TED. Every night. We did 2-hour AMAs, and that's what brought a lot of you here. Those AMAs, those one-on-one talks, just how I wanted to lay the roadmap down, what I saw, and all of that. And that's why a lot of you joined because of that. In the process of doing those memes, uh, my crowd has grown. More people have started following me. And in the last, let's see, it has been really difficult for people to actually even get in on the launch of the memes that I have. Before it was, it took time, but we've seen memes see 3 minutes, 4 minutes, boom, they're live on Radium, no time. In the process, I have also attracted a lot of other people. There are some things that I am learning now about memes that in order for you to be successful in creating memes that are sustainable, that have the ability to last, especially on the DEX screen with low liquidity, there's some things that has to take place that you have to do. And I'm going to get into the depth of those things. But I also wanted to talk to you also about just some of the things that I've noticed during this time. In the process of doing these memes, my goal was to have probably about 10 different memes that people could invest in that they could really turn money. And we actually, in our community, could create a bull run. I thought we were very successful in the beginning with TED, with what we did. After TED, I thought things transpired, whereas as the community began to grow, more people were coming in, more people, because they saw some of the gains, they heard the stories about what people had gained. In the process of doing that, the things I learned and over these past couple of things, that there are some things that unless you do, it is very difficult to take care of your community. And when I say take care of your community, some YouTube channels are for everybody. It's for everybody to be a part of it. It's for everybody to join. I'm starting to think my channel may be consumed for a group of people that I have to take care of my channel, like the people who are part of my channel. That's you, the ones who's watching now. In the process of listing those memes, when I found Degen, in my opinion, in the beginning, provided an opportunity where I can control like wallets and whales and not having big people with big, huge amounts and things like that. But then, as you all knew, as you buy, you can accumulate so much. As I began to grow, people started seeing how fast these projects were seeding, and they started connecting bots and buying astronomical amounts of coins, and what I became really was a lucrative investment for them. More people came in our group that had various suggestions. A lot of people wanted to kind of change things and do that. And a lot of times when you do that, you almost lose sight of initially what your vision was. Like, this is the vision. This is what I want to do. And I have to step back and I have to just look at it. Last night, I wanted to see, why people who are in my Patreon group could not get in. Like, why was the slippery high? Like, why are people like they can't even buy it? It's going so fast. I'm like, what, what's going on? And so what I'm realizing now is that I have more people that's connected to X, that's watching it, that is on it like yesterday. Last night, 3 o'clock in the morning, I was talking to Joe. And without no news, without no media, without nothing. I'm talking about just flat out nothing. No website, no Twitter page, no nothing. I just said, Joe made a suggestion. Let's create a coin called Dab and let's see who's following. So, okay, I created a coin called Dab. 35 minutes, it was fully seated. Fully seated. Then not one person, except maybe one, sold. Okay. When it hit radium, I saw big, huge dips. Right. And then I saw it run up again. Then I saw another huge dips. What that's telling me now is that that kind of showed me one thing. One of the things it showed me was people don't heap that kind of money into any project unless they truly trust that it's going to a particular site. It's going to get there. Nothing. The dev's not going to pull out. It's not going to stop. It's going to get. So people are trying to buy it fast as they can. When it hits radium, what I saw is people get nervous. And the reason people get nervous is because they know what's on this side. They know who holds that amount. But when they get to this side, they don't know. So in order to have memes that come off these type places and these type sites, unless as a developer, you know who your top wallet holders are. Like, I'm talking about all of them. There is only so much protection that you can give to your people. You understand? If y'all follow what I'm saying. And when I looked at it, I said the only reason people sell like that is two things. Their fear that somebody's dumping, or somebody got in that maybe wasn't even a part, could care less about a community, just dumps. Just say, man, forget it. I'm gone. I made a good profit off this guy, and I'm gonna keep doing it as long as I can. Let me make sure I have my camera here. There we go. We got the other camera. Well, I can just stay with this camera. I hope this camera is okay. And so the more I begin to look at it, I started understanding that what was transpiring was just, hey, I can get as much money as I can off this guy. I can. And it even got to the point where it was even hard for me to buy. So there's some ways that I've come up to where the community's got to be not transparent with everybody, but for me to do projects, the people at the top have got to be very transparent for me. I've got to provide opportunity that people at the top, I know that their thing is, because, what I'm seeing is there are people that hold so much, and I may not even know who that person is, what their intentions are, what they want to do. I have no clue. Now, here comes a trust factor in here, whereas I think this is what you call a turning point. You got to make a decision here. As a developer, those of you who were with me in the beginning, you saw where, I think I held like $286,000 and didn't touch it. And I mean, it's gone down tremendously since then. But the thing about it, the point of doing that was to show you that, number one, I'm not going to just pull money out on you. And number two, I care more about the project and the people versus just a quick get rich thing. But at the same time, um, I still had no control of people that were coming in. In the Telegram group, you notice when we first started, I was very selective about people who came in the Telegram group. You just seen where Rodman, when I opened it up and allowed everybody, you're like, all these people right here. So now you've seen people where they have started creating like Crypto Secret X, like actual accounts and actually talking to people in the group, asking them to send you money. Every time I've created a coin, I noticed that there is another one created right. Like if it's a launch, there is another one created with the same name right up under it. And so what's happening is it's not that people are, well, I'm gonna say scammers aren't. They're basically taking advantage of things I'm doing with you. So in other words, if they know you're going to buy something real quick, run out and make a duplicate of it. I feel like some of our groups, I think people come in to do more shilling. I think we have great projects, but the biggest thing is that I'm starting to feel like more that my projects are limited with the people I allow to get in at certain levels. And the reason being is because I'm not sure if they're on the same vibe or page with me. Number two, the Telegram groups. I love the Telegram groups. I think the Telegram groups are great. But one of the things that I have issues with Telegram groups are, I think that's more of your community, your intimate community that you talk to. I think there's nothing wrong with somebody having a community chat, like for instance, a community loony or a community this, that's fine. But for your particular crypto chat, I think that has to be a different type chat, because when new investors come in, it needs to be something where they can see what's going on with the project, not just hearing a bunch of riffraff or spam of people just talking. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that's something there, because I know the community is what people involves, but at the same time, I think certain things have to be guarded. I think the second thing, and this is just what I've learned. This is just some of the things I've learned over the past. I notice if I'm not on live or if I'm missing for a few days, people get nervous. And when I say they get nervous, they really get nervous. They're like, what's going on? I think, and if I'm wrong, you let me know. But I think people want to hear from me. And it's nothing wrong with, people speaking on my behalf. No, there's nothing wrong. I don't think so. But I think a lot of times people say, okay, if he's going to be a dev, he needs to talk to us. That's how he started. So if he started like that, he need to finish like that. And so I know it's taxing, but I think that's just something, you say, if you start this rodeo, how about finish the rodeo like that? The evolving of it. We do see that. The second part of this thing is that in order to get like, Rodman, Looney, you saw go 4 million. Ted go to 3 million. Rodman went up to 5K. Ted Cash went up to like 5K, 500,000. I'm noticing we're hitting a threshing hole right here. And when we hit that threshing hole, it's just like that wall. And the only thing I see that's stopping us is that when we get to this point, if people are not in, the right people are not in certain positions, then they kind of tumble the house. And I'm just being frankly honest with you. But I think if you have those people in position, and here's what I'm saying when you say that, if I have in position where I have a wallet, and this is something I want to explain to you, and so you can understand. If I have a wallet, and let's say the wallet has 300 million, okay, every wallet must be divided up by a certain percentage. Got it? Now, somebody said, "Well, that's too much," but there's also a loss when you do that. Let me explain to you. Every time you divide a wallet up into 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%. If you're a person that's going to constantly sell, 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 every time you sell, the price goes down. Every time you sell, the price goes down. So if you have a wallet that has, I'm going to use 10 wallets at 100,000. Every time you sell a wallet, you lose 20. First wallet's 100, next one's 80, next one's 60, next one's 40, next one's 20, and then you lose money every time you do that. There needs to be a marketing wallet that has to be set. All these things have got to be in place. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Let's see here. Let's delete this chat right here. T scrolls. This is not for everybody. So I'm going to get this off this chat here, because this is not something that we're bringing people in that want to be crazy. So I'm not sure that was meant whatever, but I want to talk to the community. In order to create a meme coin that has an environment in which it is totally safe. When I say totally safe, there is risk in crypto, but an environment where people who are holding got to be just as transparent as the people want me to be with you. I mean, it just has to be like that. Number two, Telegram groups got to be guarded. And when I say guarded, you just can't allow riffraff. You can have a community Telegram, you can start whatever you want to start, but people can't come to a business and just talk the way they want to talk. The second part of that is that community Telegram has got to be the group that pushes it. If you look at just the sole developer to push it, and that's it, and only out of 100, 5% of the people are working, the program, the meme is not going, hard as it needs to when a full community is working. The second part of that is just we have to, you really got to guard your heart. I look at, like, in our, I'm just going to go with our Patreon group. There are people who come in the Patreon group that are free members. And I, you stop, and then they drop posts, things like that. And then some people, they kind of listen to those things. I'm like, they have nothing invested in the community at all. It's just, they're here to just see what they can get. And some people, some of us, the chiefest of whisper separates a friend. And some of the thing we have now is something that people are starting to take notice of. Because here's the thing why I say people take notice of. If it wasn't lucrative, people wouldn't waste their time on it. Number one, if you look at, and when people get on Deck Screener and they'll go to a coin, and if they think it's dead, they don't even say anything about it. They don't even go to it. They don't even go to the community. Oh, so light gives off vision, but it also attracts flies. And so I think we just got to become more guarded. And I think, like, just with the Patreon group, that has to be restructured. I'm instructing all my Patreon group members to cancel all memberships because I want to restructure that. And that has to be a different type. When I say different type of group, some of you may want to stay in that, but I am redoing it. And the reason I'm redoing it is because that the information there provided for those members can be very lucrative, but it has to be people that that I trust within the community that can be transparent with me also. So when I say transparent, that means uh, I can get on the camera and I can say the top 5 or the top 6 are solid. That's what I can say about Ted. And I didn't even know the people. You understand? I didn't even know who was holding, but the people believe more in what the vision was. That's why they held. They held with me. I wasn't the only one that held. And we still got people that's holding. Now, there's some things I think that's just a shakeout. You need a shakeout to readjust things. Um, there's a lot of things I'm doing with Ted behind the scene, but I know if you start releasing stuff, then you start getting those people coming back. And then when they come back like buying just huge amounts, just to ride the wave. So I've learned how to just work more in silence. And your loyal people will be there and they'll reap the benefits. And then the other ones, catch the wave. Uh, that's some of the things. So it's some people when you contact me, I respond back. A lot of you I responded back. Some people, if I don't know them, I never seen them anywhere, and they just pop in, I don't respond because I don't know you. But there's some of y'all I do know. This is a house we're building as we go, and you know I think I want to apologize because I think I need to give you more than inmates. Now, there's some days y'all gonna have to let me get a rest now, but I can come because I know when times are like you see the charts down and I invested my money, um, you know that's a time where people feel like I need something to go to. I need somebody to go. I need somewhere to go that I can talk. I need somebody that can assure me that it's gonna get better. I just need something because it's at a loss. Then when everything is on up, it's green, boom, I'm happy, boom, that's it. Also, I think with the restructuring of this is that group of people, and it's an opportunity, but that kind of space, people have got to be willing to invest in that kind of space in order to get the information they want. It's not free. I can tell you it's not free. But it is a space, and that's a space that people just got to be vetted. Like I got to talk to you. I got to talk to see who you are. Um, we had an admin. I don't know if many of you know her. Some of you do, but Rose, and everybody goes through different things. But I think that was something that, out of frustration of not being able to get in on the coin, uh, a person went from thanking me for helping them get their son in operation to basically just going off and cussing everybody out because they couldn't get the coin. You understand what I'm saying? That's they couldn't get it. And so those are things I think that, I sit back and I think about it, and I just, you got to assess. But I always ask the question. There are a couple of questions I always ask myself: how can I make this work? Like, and what is it that's stopping it? What's coming in? What's trying to, break its way in? And I think with anybody that says they're gonna step out and do it and lead it, just got to come to you. Y'all know I don't run. I haven't run. I'm still here, still talking to you. But there's just some things that I know has to be restructured because the coins that I have, all of them, I really like them, and I think they can be really good if I got the right people with me doing it. The right people. And when I say the right people, I'm not talking about the buyers. I'm talking about the people behind the scenes. And it takes more than that. And, it has to be where, like, just like they want me to hear them, they got to be able to hear my voice and hear what I'm saying. Like, you can't argue in the foxhole while they're shooting at us. I got to know you got my 6, I got your 12. Let's go get it and let's make it better for everybody. But you got to do that. Intentions got to be pure. Intentions got to be pure. You got to be a part of a team. You got to understand, just like, and I'm talking because these are some things I'm just looking at when, certain memes can run, but I'm looking at memes that's coming off that decks that have the capabilities of running. Now I know just from doing it, launching them, I just know they're good memes that can really go, but the communities got to really guard what they're saying. They got to guard that. Number 2, they've got to learn how to shake it out. Like right now, got to shake. It has to be shaken. It got to be shaken. And when it's shaken, that's when the people in the community get in position to become the people that can control it. Like control it. But we don't. And then what happens is when I come on here and I announce something, then you let somebody come in here and drop 30,000 in and gain a powerful position in it. And then I'm like, God, dog. And that's what we got to stop. Like, just like they're sitting there, we can move them anytime. Anytime we get ready, we can move any one of them. Anytime the community decides, let's move this one, y'all move it. And I'm telling you, I've seen it. But the only problem, you're not doing it because of fear. Why? You hadn't seen no AMAs from me. So you're like, where's the dev? I understand that. Trust me. Then the second thing, when you saw, I think Bab, the meme last night, when you saw that being shared, I didn't condone that being shared in the groups, so like Mooney and Rodman. Okay. I think it was done in good spirit. Just let people know about it until they got the page up. But I didn't condone that. With Ted, I noticed how we have moved, like the whole organization has moved from Ted. And even when the organization is moved, I've seen Ted up close to like 8, almost approaching 1 million. I think the last when our admin went and started banning people because she was mad she didn't get the token, that FUD caused Ted to drop a little bit, banned a lot of good people. We had to get them back in. This is the stuff behind the scene that goes that you have to kind of just keep going. Pepe went through I call it the shake. Bonk went through the shake, but at the same time, now we can get all coins listed. And here's the thing: I know we're focused on coin market cap. I think now I'm starting to see I see a lot of the Chinese writing coming in on TED. I think they've been buying, and I think they pay attention to a lot of what you're doing. But I saw that I see it because I see the writing in there. Also, like Moontop, CoinCap, it's a bunch of them that we have access and they are listed. And now we're going to, start getting 10 all those listed. And you start to see it. Rodman got listed on 6 different sites on the first night. It got listed. I haven't talked to Rodman, basically, but we can send stuff out through Cameo to get in touch with him. But it's a coin that a lot of people like. He touches a lot of people in the different communities. The breakup of the wallets on Rodman is really good. But the thing about it is that there are people who still buy large amounts of that. And they have been following me and they buy large amounts of every one of my projects. Everyone they buy. And then when exciting news comes in, they buy crazy amounts. And then you start buying like small amounts, but then you leave the price here where they can get in and just, it's up and everybody's like going ecstatic, but I don't know who those people are. So in order to do a shakeout, you have to help elevate and move that community. I don't care what other people say. They come from the outside saying, hey, don't do this. They weren't here. They don't know what's going on. They have no clue. They come in, they say this, they say that. Please stop. Don't listen to people who just pop in. Only thing they can tell you is their experience, and if they could have done it, they would have made a $1 billion meme coin. If they had all that experience to be able to tell us what to do, they would have had one. But yet we listen to them. Stop it. I don't understand that. We're building the ship as we go. That's what we're doing. You're building the ship with me as we go. These jokers ain't built no ship. And the first team that came in, they gave me all the listens. Now, I don't know those guys from Timbuktu, but they came with Suicide Pepe. They came in with Rodman. Now, they had a big group, but they brought a lot of people with them. Good. And on the other side, but they brought a lot of people. But one of the things they did do is they gave me so much information on, like I got Rodman listed on 6 sites in a matter of minutes. Bam, just like that. I mean, just like that. All right. And then we ran, and guys, we panicked. And I understand that that's what we do in crypto. We panic sell because we see one red. And that's where I can assure people in our community of strengthening this is that I've got to know who my top wallet holders, and I can't control that. I can tell you like these are the top wallet, and they don't have to be the same ones every time, but they need to be people that help guard the line. But then also, I'm gonna show them there are ways they can also take profit along the way and not hurt the price. I see that now. All right. Some of you don't pay attention when y'all taking profit. Y'all don't pay attention to that line that says price impact 12%, and you just boom. But there's sometimes where it's like 0% price impact. And if you see that, only time I saw y'all do that was with Looney when it kept fluctuating between 3.7 and 4. Y'all were taking profit. A lot of y'all were. But when it got to a certain price, everybody would just stop. Like y'all would literally stop. It would go back up, and then I'll see them, boom, and it would stop again. And then that's what y'all started. I was hoping y'all would keep pushing it up and then learn another baseline. We can do that with a small community of people here. We've already been doing it. I don't understand. Y'all don't see that? We've already done this. And we keep saying we need all these people, but we've already done this. I know. But if we take care of the bases, everything else is going to come. The only time this thing, when we reach out, we're growing organically. We're getting bigger. But I told y'all when we get bigger, we're not only going to get the wheat, we're going to get the weeds too. And when the weeds come in, you can't let the weeds get in you and mess your head up. And this is the thing I think we got to go back and re-strengthen the community. So if we don't re-strengthen it, what happens is, and I'm gonna take the blame for that because we weren't doing AMAs, and that was again that the AMAs is where we met 1 hour, no matter what. We met, we talked. You understood where I was coming from. If it was something going on, you knew. If it was something bad, you knew. If it was something good, you knew. Everything is a process. We get the same questions by different people all the time. CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. We get those questions all the time. The casino, Ted Cash, we get all that. But in order to get that, you got to help me too. And I know the way to help me is the community can't be in a disroar. There's no business that you don't hear good and bad. And every time it's something not even bad, it's just somebody opening their mouth and talking without having knowledge. We just scatter. We can't do that. We're able to focus. And the thing about it is we're able to focus. Some of us have, kind of just concentrated on just one, that's fine. That's a choice. But if we're going to focus and concentrate on one, then we got to bring people in after vetting them, after them going through some time with us to help. And we've like, I know Joe's hired people to work for him on Looney. He's hired various artists. He's made connections with other people, and he talks to y'all a lot in Looney. All right. So those are some of the reasons I wasn't coming in much, because my understanding that everybody was kind of, talking with Joe. And then when y'all saw him drop Bab in there, a lot of people got confused. Like, what's going on? We have holders in Looney, and those things like that. So the holders in Looney, I want to see who those holders are. And we got a holder in Ted. We got like a Robin is not bad. We had like a 2%, but I know right now there are ways that I can even control that. And I'm not saying control it just to be control everything, but I'm saying control it to where I know, like Ted, like y'all saw it with Ted, man. And whoever, the 9% has been holding from day one and ain't did nothing. 9%. And he ain't up, down, left, right, over the moon, back down. He's hell. And he hasn't sold anything. But we're on the cuff of something. A lot of people know it. That's why a lot of people coming in. That's why a lot of people are imitating. A lot of people are trying to build their business off of us. They're either using the name. They're coming here to get you because they see how you move stuff. So they figure, if I can get in, talk to a few people. We've had people shield the tokens behind the scenes, drop y'all DMs, even get in the chat and ask these crazy questions. Some of them are to cause doubt in your head. But at the same time, we've had people to make money, and I know this. When you invest 100 and you make 30,000, in your mind, the $30,000 was the money you lost. Then we have people who made 50, 60, 70,000. So you kind of like, oh, but all that can change like that. Like crypto goes up, it goes down, but it just changes. And it changes with the people. Y'all understand? Volume moves with every sale. Volume moves with you can control volume. You can control the market cap. It's just some of y'all get nervous because y'all don't know all the holders. Now imagine if you knew every holder that was in a coin. You knew them now. Like, I know who this wallet is, I know who that wallet is, and everybody said, we're gonna hold. The top percent, we got this. That's what we did in TED. I think we lost sight of that a little bit when it came to the other ones. And the reason we lost sight of that is because y'all were holding. And I'm not saying hold, no take profit. But when the other people started seeing the benefits of what y'all were getting, they jumped in with no investment in the community and just wanted to take. And the only reason they had that opportunity is because why? They follow that page. Now, can I use that page all the time? No, I can't. Can I use that wallet? No, I can't, because I'm telling you, like, literally last night, 35 minutes, 3 o'clock in the morning, just picked a random picture, stuck it up there, and the thing seated and went to 74K. Easy. 85 souls seated. No problem. You know why? Because they knew, whoever's watching knew that I wasn't going to pull no money out. The only time they got nervous when they got on rating, when the whole world could buy and they didn't know the people. They had no idea, so everybody got nervous. The reviewing of the videos, I'm just gonna say, hey, I'm gonna review my meme coins. I'm going through my meme coins. I'm gonna review them with you. Boom. Somebody said, why not? I'm going to review them. I think some of y'all like the way I review the meme coins. Y'all like the videos. Some of you said you like just how it's set up. I'm gonna review them, and when I review them, you shill them out. Some people ain't gonna like that, but if you don't believe in the product, and then why should anybody else? If I'm not gonna talk about it, why should anybody else talk about it? So I'm gonna talk about it, but there are things that I do see that we've got to, restructure all together in the community, in our group. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking to people in our group. I'm not talking to the people who just coming in, dropped in, and leave a crazy comment. That's not the people I'm talking to. They're not vested. Uh, some people only believe things are right when they're in charge. That's it. When they're not in charge, everything is wrong. So only time they believe everything is right when they're in charge. Now, Ted Cash, Rodman, Looney. Gotta get. I'm gonna get on my, and I'm just moving them. Next, right now, I want to get everything on a listing, and from Ted, all of them need to be on a listing. At least 7, 8 different listings. They might be tier 1 small, but they need to be on a listing. Okay. If I am to do, and you notice I said if I am to do another meme coin, the structure of it, the setup of it, everything is totally changed. There won't be no pre-launch, none of that stuff. You just got to be with me, and I'm not going to even explain it here, because as soon as I explain it here, it's going to open the door for people to look at what I'm doing here now. And it's too many people now that's paying attention, and so with them paying attention, the only way I can do it, I'm going to do that stuff. I'm going to talk with the team. Well, now I say team, the people that are working in all the cryptos, from Ted to Looney, Ted Cash, and they are busting their butt working, and they're shilling out and all that, and they're showing that stuff. That's the team. People who are giving me advice, they're just coming in and blah 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 and ain't doing nothing. That ain't the team. Called critics. All right. That's that. The second part of that, this is why I'm restructuring the Patreon group and the team, because the top holders of any cryptocurrency. Now, when you start a cryptocurrency and you build it on a particular site and you do the liquidity, you have the team. You have the team of token, like Crypto Banner owns almost all of their gummies. They own them, so they have control of those things. What I'm seeing is people are using the advantage of X to gain huge amounts of it, to control it. Whoever has the most of the currency controls the currency. I don't care who they say the developer is. The developer can develop it, but the developer only got 20 million and you got 100 million. That person controls it. That person really controls the crypto. And so so it's because that person who has that can get on here and say, this is what this currency gonna do. Whoever owns the most Bitcoin controls Bitcoin. Whoever owns the most Ethereum controls Ethereum. If you have the bulk of Solana, you control Solana. They control. That's the controlling party. We don't get in position. We don't see it like that. We only see buy when it's green. The red is when you get in control. The green is when you enjoy the spoils. But and that's what I'm seeing there. And unless as a community you do that, I mean, and I understand if you don't want to do it, then I mean, we got 1 billion memes. So I mean, I know it's not the only one, but we got trillions of them. But I think as overall in the community, I think we've done pretty good. We've had good times, we've had bad times, we've had in the middle times, we've all of that, and we've weathered the storm pretty much through all the vets. So if you still want to be a part of it, fine, let's go. If you don't, I truly understand. Um, if you say it's not for you, you don't want to do it, I understand that. But my thing is, don't hang around the camp if you don't want to be a part of it. That's the only part I'm saying. Like, just, I mean, you could join another community. All right. But we're growing, it's a process. And some of y'all have already told me, like, look, I know, Dad, I'm good. I know it's a process. But my thing is, I am constantly thinking of, number one, ways to get my community in position. I'm not worried about the world. The only person that can save the world, they crucified him. I'm not worried about the world. I'm worried about the people in my community and helping them. But if I am going to help them, they got to help me. So you can't use me and just continue to do that. Now, what I am requiring is that, in order to allow, and people say, well, how can you stop that? Just let you buy early. Just let you buy when I buy. That's how I can stop it. And those people will. And in order to open that door, I don't care about you telling me, like, trust me, I did this, that's fine. But I just look at, like, see the actions. But that's what I'm looking for. Everybody has motivation for something. It's either, two things can change you: money or power. Or what Dion said, sex. But money and power will change you. So either it's going to change you for the good, it's going to change you for the bad. And so that's that's an element we're missing in this sector right now. And I think we can get that. I'm just trying to find ways, man, to get money in y'all pocket, bro. And I know we got some good people. There's blood in the market, but we're gonna get some peroxide. We're gonna get some what they call things, sponges. We're gonna get all that up. We're gonna see if we get that green going. Okay. I didn't want to come in and do a lot of charts and all that stuff, because when it comes to us, the charts really don't say what's really going on. The charts, somebody else may say, hey, it's a double shoulder here, this about to drop. If I know the people behind it, no, I'm like, hey, look, let's get it moved, y'all. And we get it moving. So some of y'all invested in TED. Some of y'all are not investing in TED no more. Some of y'all investing in Looney heavy. Some of y'all investing in Rodney heavy. I mean, you've made your choice. Like, for some of y'all, certain coins just stick to you more. Like, you like this more. All right. And I understand that. And as we grow, other people will gravitate this. Like, some people like Bitcoin, some people like Ethereum, some people like Solana. So I know people like different things. So whatever you do like, and you want to be a part of that, then be a part of it, and then let it grow. And the way I see it is, if somebody is heavy, because I know the people who like have TED, because they talk to me about TED. They tell me, hey man, we need TED. The people who are in Looney, they talk to me about Looney. Now, somebody comes in and say, well, this and this. Everybody needs to be over here. Everybody needs to be over here. That works for you, okay? That's not what I'm trying to do here. And if that's what you need, and I'm talking to these new people to be coming in, if that's what you need, go back the way you came. Don't come in this community. That's all I'm saying. Because we were fine before you got here, and we'll be fine after you leave. All right, we'll be fine. Some of we're in position now that we see even when it hits, and I know we don't like everybody wants to hear a billion, but y'all know some like a lot of us when we see that thing around that, some of us feel it at 3 and 4 million. Like we feel it, like we're like, oh man, like you feel it in your wallets. So it don't take much for us to move our community. It really don't. It just takes us staying together and understanding that the forces that be uh, need y'all for their communities. That's one. Number two, um, what we're doing, they're paying attention to. Um, you don't fight nothing that's not a threat, and they're paying attention to it. Uh, that's why you try to discredit it because it's hurting something over there. But we're gonna keep it going, man. We'll keep digging. I'm gonna keep doing reviews, but I am gonna keep doing the AMAs because right now in these times we just need them. But behind the scenes, no, I'm constantly working, and also I'm working with kids. I'm doing some things now. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Sometimes if I'm not here, sometimes I will jump in the Telegram and just drop a DM like, "Hey, what's up, everybody?" I ain't going nowhere because all my money is still in all these things. Like I got a lot of Rodman, so I felt the blood in the water. I got a lot of Ted, got a lot of Ted Cash, got all of it. So I feel it with you, but I also feel it when we make it pump too. I feel that too. All right. So um, if I hear these people when they say Dale's rugged, I'm like, I want to tell them so much. I'm like, man, if I ain't rugged a $250,000, what makes you think I'm a rugged just 10,000? Like I'm like now 10,000. I'm like, if that's what I saw. Um, I've pushed. For me, Ted is Ted is like for me. I feel it with Ted. Like Ted runs. I feel it. I see it. I'm just telling you, Ted. But I have pushed Looney. Some people have jumped in Looney, but Ted Cat. Now I am in there, so there's no reason for me like to not work on Ted. But I just know right now with Ted, the things I need to do, I don't need that. Like I don't need those type people in there. And that's when they jump on like I don't know. I just need to be deeper first. Um, I just need to be deeper on that. Rodman, deeper. And so because of DJ, a lot of some of the things I wasn't able to get in the position I need to be in order to feel that security of that full onslaught of it because I was trying to control wallets. So I know. So I'm paying attention I'm paying attention more to the whales that's moving over here. And that's what I'm looking at. And when I'm talking about the whales who I've never seen before that jump in and jump out, I'm paying attention to them. So some of the AMAs I had to fall back because I'm like, they're moving off these videos. And when they're moving, you know, now I'm like, just when I'm ready to, then they jack the thing up. But I want to get in position because y'all know, those of y'all who know there are things that I'm trying to get in place to get it, some other things going. And so some of the stuff I've had to work more in silence and behind the scenes, and then just come out and say, boom, there it is. Like just like that, like when we got the listings, it's like boom, 6 listings. I don't even know if y'all even saw that, but it was 6 listings right there. But we're gonna keep going, and we're gonna establish a community. There will come a point in time where I will stop. And in the Patreon group, I'll go into more depth about what I'm talking about. A lot of times, I drop that in words, but I'll drop that. But right now, this month, like somebody asked me, should they pay for this month? And I told them, nah, because I want to restructure it. And I want to do some other things. Some of you may want to stay because I want to limit it to spots. I'm going to get rid of that free group. I'm going to get rid of that 25 group. I'm going to get rid of the YouTube 49 group. I'm getting rid of all those groups, everything. Don't buy it. I'm telling you not to buy it. Now, what person will tell you? But I'm telling you, don't buy it. Don't want you to buy it. Okay. Now, if you want to do $2.99, that's fine. Everything else, don't buy. Because I want to restructure those groups. Now, that's what I want to do. Okay. I'll talk to the Patreon group. I'll drop everything else in there to you. Okay. But I do want to talk to you and let you know when I'm working behind the scenes. Just keep going. The bigger we get, and we got to grow the YouTube channel, but the bigger we get, just know we're going to get good, bad, ugly. We're going to get people come over here that, I mean, just personally, they don't have nothing better to do. And then we're going to get y'all that want to hear what's going on. So I know for as me, grown man, I don't waste no time with people if I ain't got nothing invested in it. All right. So the comments we have on the side, I turn the comments off on the YouTube channel. So some of y'all may be able to see them on here, but I ain't worried about it. But we got some good ones. I just want to say what's up to everybody else. So stay strong, man. And we're gonna get this thing rolling. We ain't hit the bull run yet. Okay. But if you only invest what you can afford to lose with anything when it comes to crypto. All right. Stop FOMOing in. Stop feeling like you're gonna miss something. Just stop that. Stop it. Okay. All right. But I'll be coming back again tomorrow. But I just felt like I just had to talk to you, man. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to do a pre-recorded video. I just wanted to just talk to you. I didn't want to do no charts. I didn't want to do no, hey, this Mark. I didn't want to do none of that. I just wanted to talk to you about the main thing, what I'm doing, and what I want to change without going in the depth of the detail of it. But I just wanted to do that. All right. Okay, y'all. Hold it down. And like I always say, man, the first one I'm gonna say, I ain't going nowhere. All right. But you'll never learn how to swim without jumping in, and you'll never climb a mountain without what? Without stumbling. It's Chris Carver, Crypto Secret X. I'm out.
My heritage to keep me clean. Keep the devil watching over me. Save me. Save me. Less than before I walk away. Spellbound, I'll stutter, I pray, release.